Welcome to the Rock Interview Series with host Thomas S. Orwatt Jr.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Rock Interview Series. This is episode number 59, and we have a real special guest with us today. We have John Jeffrey, who many of you might recognize the name from visiting rockmusicstar.com, the site that I run. John wrote many articles for the site and was my partner in running the site for since 2009. In addition, John is also known as a KISS expert for the group KISS. He's been following KISS for a long time. John, how long? Since like the 80s, early 80s?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been a fan since I was 4. And then I actually started doing freelance work for KISS in about 1987. So
yeah,
400 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. So again, we have John Jeffrey with us. He's also a member of the ultimate KISS tribute band that's based in Buffalo, New York, called Kiss This. And he's also the mastermind behind the CD Buffalo Rock City, which was a KISS tribute record, charity-driven record, which features some great national acts and some local acts. Robby Takac from the Goo Goo Dolls was one of the contributors, and that was released in 2021. And the initial pressing sold out on both vinyl and on CD. And there's another CD coming out for Buffalo Rock City, which we'll talk about later. But one of the main reasons we have John on today is there was recently, actually last Saturday on August 13th, there was an ACE Frehley concert at the casino, at the Seneca Niagara Casino. And John got a call from ACE's management, and John basically saved the concert. And I'm going to let John explain what happened and how he got involved in being a very big part of saving this concert that ACE was performing on Saturday. John, take it away.
Sure. Well, basically, I was just having a regular Saturday, getting ready for the show, and I got a message came up on Messenger, and asking me if ACE could use my smoking guitar. And it's not a message that I get every day. It's actually, as much as I've had a relationship and have known ACE over the years, you never really know how much you're on the radar of people like that, like ACE, who's, my guitar idol. And so to be contacted to ask if, ACE could use my smoking guitar for the show, I mean, there was only one answer, and that was yes. And so I went back and forth with ACE's assistant, going through all the details of the smoking guitar, the guitar itself, seeing what kind of gauge strings ACE uses. ACE currently tunes to the key of D, which people who follow music, that's a half step lower than standard KISS tuning, which has predominantly been E flat throughout their career. And that's what I have my guitars tuned to E flat. So I had to put some new strings on the guitar, made sure that, and ironically, I use the same gauge strings that ACE uses, which is a hybrid set. And I made sure that I had it in the proper tuning. So it was, all ready to go for ACE to use at the show.
So basically ACE had broke his guitar, his smoking guitar, the night before, and they didn't know what to do. So they called you. That's incredible. Do you have that guitar with you right now that you can show us?
No, unfortunately I don't, because a lot of people, I should just wind back for a moment and say, once I posted the story and the photo of myself with ACE and the guitar, it looked like I pretty much broke Facebook. Just had, crazy amount of likes and reactions and responses. And one of the things that I was asked is I was still going to utilize the guitar myself, that when, Ace signed it. And yes, I'm going to, but the thing that I'm having done is I'm having where he signed the back of the guitar, I'm having that sealed. So that way, when I use the guitar, I don't wind up rubbing the autograph off when I play the guitar.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Now you also met Ace after the show.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about that. I heard that he was extremely appreciative, as was his band, that you made that. We're kind enough to allow him to use your guitar.
Well, the ironic thing is I'm pretty good friends with most of the guys in Ace's current solo band. I don't know the bass player Zach that well, but I do know Ryan and Jeremy and Matt Starr, and I'm really good friends with Phil Schaus, who's actually on tour with Accept right now. And the ironic thing is being that I know those guys so well, none of them knew that they had, contacted me for Ace to use my guitar. So it was funny after the show, running into the guys in the band and, and saying, yeah, that was my guitar. And they're like, oh, is your guitar? I'm like, yeah. And, throughout the day, going back and forth between having, John Astronomy, Ace's assistant, bring the guitar up to Ace in his hotel room, and Ace played the guitar and, checked it out to make sure he liked the way that it played before he decided that he wanted to use it. And then bringing it back to his guitar tech, Rocco, and I went over the guitar with him. He checked it out. I went over, several times how the smoking effect works, which the way my smoking guitar works is like Ace's classic smoking guitar, where it utilizes a smoke cartridge, where the smoking guitar that Ace uses now is more of like a mini fog machine that he has that's built inside of his guitar. And, just everybody was completely appreciative and nice and accommodating. And not that I didn't expect them to be, it was just even more than what I had anticipated. So after the show, which I have to note that just simply watching Ace playing my guitar and watching it smoke and just looking amazing, it's just, it was just one of the best feelings ever, because not only, seeing my idol playing my guitar and making sure that, all the fans, it really didn't hit me till afterwards, thinking about how many fans would have been disappointed if they went to the show and not see Ace do the smoking guitar. So just, thinking about that in retrospect, I'm really glad that it worked out, that I was able to, have Ace use my guitar for that show, and then it smoked great. And then after the show, I had the opportunity to go spend some time with Ace before he did the meet and greet. And Ace was super, super appreciative regarding me having him use my guitar, and I'm like, what was I gonna say, Ace? No, you can't use my guitar. No, it's like, of course. I'm like, it was a dream come true, having you play my guitar and being able to see that in person, and just being able to spend some time with him and have him sign the guitar, sign the case. He, signed his name on the back of the guitar, in addition to, the Ace playing card that he signs normally when he does an autograph. He also started drawing Saturn and some stars, and so it was very surreal, and it was very quick. Although I didn't feel rushed at all, the time just really went by fast, and he posed for some pictures. Like I said, he signed the guitar in the case, and I was on my way.
Wow. What did you think of the show? I mean, we were both there, and Ace has had some shows where he's been pretty much spot on. He's had some shows that that we probably wouldn't want to brag about. Let's just put it that way. How did you think Ace did on that particular night?
I thought it was really cool. I thought the setting was very intimate. with the way that the people aren't familiar with the Bears Den, it's kind of the seating is a severe incline from the seats, looking dead on with the stage to the seats that are on the left and right. So it's almost as the seats incline, the crowd is almost building up on top of the stage. It's very almost engulfing this, the crowd is almost engulfing the stage in the way that the setup is. So I think it's very intimate, and I think that made it a very special show to see Ace in that type of environment. And I think he played great. He sang well. His band was great. I think it was a very inspired show for Ace. I think that was like the second show of this leg of the tour that he's on right now. And it's I'm biased being an Ace fan, but at the same time, I have seen YouTube clips, I have seen shows where I would agree with you that Ace wasn't at his best. And I have to say, I thought it was a really, really good show.
Well, the Bears Den, which is located in the Seneca Niagara Casino in Niagara Falls, New York, it is probably one of the best sounding places to see a show in the Western New York area. It has 440, I think it's 440 capacity, and pretty much anywhere you are in the venue itself is outstanding. So, and we're lucky that we were able to get Ace to play there. Well, not us, but we were lucky that we had the opportunity to see Ace play there. And it was pretty much an instant sellout when tickets did go on sale. Kind of surprising that they didn't add an additional show, which they did back when Ace first played that venue back, I believe, in 2009.
Yeah, I was actually in 2008, not to correct you, Tom.
Oh, that's fine.
It was 2008, and I was at both of those shows as well. And I just wanted to also note that I was actually surprised that Ace wasn't as loud this time around as he was last time, because obviously if you've seen Ace live, you know that he's pretty notorious for having a loud stage volume, and it seemed more controlled this time. Not that it was bad before, but like you said, being in that room, in a smaller room, being in that intimate setting, if you are too loud, it can affect the sound of the room. And I think Ace did a good job in terms of controlling his sound and just having, the whole band sound really good that night.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought, I've seen Ace quite a few times over the last 15 years, and I thought this was one of his better shows. Let's also talk about some of the other things that you have coming up with Kiss This. As most people watching this know, you play the role of Ace Frehley in Kiss This, a Kiss tribute band that you've had going for quite a while. And like I mentioned in the intro, that you did put out a CD called Buffalo Rock City, which was a Kiss tribute CD that was put out in 2021. Now you also have another CD coming out for Buffalo Rock City. Why don't you tell the viewers what you have coming out?
Well, we initially had intended to do a follow-up studio album to the first Buffalo Rock City record. And we are going to do, and we are working on the second studio record. But whereas with the first record was really recorded during, I would say, like the heart of the COVID era, it allowed a lot of musicians who normally would have been on tour, who weren't on tour, to be able to participate and record their parts and submit them. And the actual album, the first record, came out in December of 2020. And that album was actually recorded, tracked, mixed, mastered all within a year's time span. And the initial plan was that we wanted to do a live show featuring as many of the people that we could get that were on the Buffalo Rock City record to perform at Music is Art, last year's Music is Art 2021. And we were able to get several of the Western New York musicians to perform, and we were able to get Robby Takac to perform Hard Luck Woman with us live, and we professionally recorded that. And that recording, we weren't exactly sure, we didn't have an exact plan of what we were going to do with that live recording. So that was kind of initially on the back burner, but we started recording the follow-up to Buffalo Rock City, the studio record, actually July of last year. And with COVID transforming into the way that it has, where it's kind of, there's really no restrictions and so forth anymore with it, bands are out and they're playing in full force, and it's been a lot more difficult this time around to get the people who committed to participate to actually get their parts recorded and submitted. So recording the second studio record has been taking a lot longer than what we had anticipated. So what we decided to do was to bump the live recording up and release that this year to coincide with the 20th anniversary of Robby Takac's Music is Art. So this way, you know, it's not going to be years where, you know, we recorded the live recording and then people aren't really going to care about it. It's actually just within a year's time span of when we did the show that we're going to be releasing Buffalo Rock City Alive. And those songs that we recorded at Music is Art last year, that's really the centerpiece of the record. And then the current lineup of Kiss This, which goes back to 2015, which features myself, Taylor Sturza as Gene Simmons, Julius Jambaluka as Eric Carr, and Kevin Blakita as Paul Stanley. We actually started recording some of our shows just so we could hear what we sound like, so we could use it as a way to, you know, critique ourselves and, you know, improve upon things that needed to be improved upon. And after recording several shows, we actually amassed a pretty decent catalog of professional live recordings. So when we decided to put together, you know, Buffalo Rock City Alive, we picked the best recordings from our catalog, you know, of live shows that we have amassed, going back to, I think the earliest show that we have on Buffalo Rock City Alive goes back to 2017. And so we have 5 songs that were originally studio versions on the first Buffalo Rock City record. And then we have 5 songs that are basically set list staples for Kiss This that round out the record.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I've always wondered with Kiss This, with you having such a great reputation, have you ever thought of, like, you know, playing outside of the Western New York area, like, you know, New York City or Cleveland or any, you know, places such as that?
Yeah, actually we have. I mean, we're really open with you know, our schedules. You know, 3 of the guys have very demanding day jobs, and it makes it really hard to travel. For, you know, ideally to do a tour, what you'd like to do is you'd like to set up a routing where you could, you know, start the farthest date away and then move back as you're coming back towards home. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to put together something like that to be able to actually go out and tour, but we have been able to do shows up and down the East Coast. Oddly enough, one of the places we played the most this year is in the Rochester area. The Rochester music scene is really blown up. And this is no disrespect to the Buffalo music scene, but I mean, you can literally go see a band Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's just bands playing all over, and there's tons of live music venues that are supporting live music. And we just don't have that here in Buffalo, unfortunately. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is why it's working well for Rochester as opposed to Buffalo, but you know, like we've done a bunch of shows. The first show we did was a very cool venue called Buncey's Bandstand last May, and we're going to be playing there again in November. November 5th will be like a Halloween hangover show, and we've also played a very cool outdoor venue called Jam at the Ridge, which is actually not officially Rochester. It's Leroy, New York, and there's another great music venue out that way called the Forks. Huge stage. I mean, it's like playing at Darien Lake. It's just huge, and these people love rock and roll music. So I mean, it's like we go where the people are and where they want us, and that seems to be where we've been kind of headed as of late.
Yeah, well, one of the things that Rochester doesn't have that Buffalo has is the Music is Art Festival. And it's really come a long way in the last 20 years. And this year is going to be on September 10th. Tell us what you guys have planned. You guys will be playing that festival again. You've been playing the festival since 2015.
So we wanted to give the fans something, and we wanted to do something special for Music is Art, being that it's the 20th anniversary. So what we're doing is we're releasing Buffalo Rock City Alive on CD, and it will only be available at Music is Art that one day. And we're going to be there throughout the day. We'll be selling the CD. We'll be hanging out with anybody who wants to come up and see us. If they want to, you know, have us sign a CD, they want to, you know, have us pose for a picture, you know, whatever they want. You know, we're very much a band for the people, you know, for the fans, because we are fans. You know, we don't view ourselves as these, you know, elite musicians, you know, above everybody else. We're common folk, you know, but we have a lot of passion and pride in what we do, and we're really excited about this release. And what we tried to do as well is make it a very, very good price point. We're selling the CD only for $5. That's it. And
Wow.
every CD you get, actually, we had special trading cards made up featuring the members of Kiss This and also the guest musicians who performed at Music is Art last year. So every CD will have a random Chase trading card that comes in it. And like I said, it's $5, and all the money goes directly to Music is Art. So instead of us asking for like a donation, an empty donation where you don't get anything, you know, we're selling the CD with features Robby singing Hard Luck Woman live from last year, you know, and so we're giving something, we're giving our love of music, and we hope people appreciate that. And then again, by them buying the CD, they're helping Music is Art, which is, people, if they don't know, Music is Art is a free event to get into. There is no cost to go to Music is Art. So, you know, it's another way for us to celebrate our association and our collaboration with Robby and Music is Art, and to give back even more this year than we have previous years playing.
Robby Takac has done so much for the Buffalo music scene. He doesn't need to do this. I mean, he's in one of the biggest bands in the world. I mean, he can just, like, you know, sit home and live in his mansion and, you know, do rock star stuff. But he gives so much back to the community. And plus, he's really a super cool guy. I mean, I can't think of a cooler rock star than Robby Takac.
Yeah, I mean, Robby's just a great guy. I mean, when he reached out to us and wanted us to participate in Music is Art in 2015, and, you know, have us play right before the Goo Goo Dolls played on the main stage, that was just such an awesome honor. And at first, you know, we even questioned, well, the fact that primarily the bands that play Music is Art are original bands, and we're essentially, you know, a cover band, a tribute band per se. We thought about well, how do we fit into the scheme of things? And the more I thought about it, the more it made sense, because what we do is just not performing music. We're putting on a visual spectacle, a visual performance, as what KISS does. And, so it's really the perfect marriage between music and art with what KISS this does. And, it seems to fit well every year, and we've been doing it every year since 2015.
Yeah, you guys have been really kicking ass every year. John, I want to thank you for your time. As you can tell by my appearance, I'm a little under the weather. I've been fighting a virus for like 5 days right now, and it's not COVID, but I'm pretty much under the weather. So we're gonna end the interview now. But is there anything else you'd like to say to our viewers right now before we end this?
I would just like to add that, again, as you had mentioned, I've been your partner, platonic, with Rock Music Star for several years now. And I just want to give you credit for staying true to yourself and keeping your passion. And unlike other sites that will just cover whatever artist comes to town, you really stick with the artists that you have sincere passion for. And, like I mentioned before, in Rochester, there's that same passion like you have. And I am looking very excited to get back into doing rock journalism. I'm helping a very good friend of mine. She's a photographer from Rochester. Her name's Carrie Cooley. She runs the Cat's Eye Lens out of Rochester, New York. And she's a photographer, and she was looking for somebody to help, write, because she's not really a writer. So it's actually, kind of me paying it forward for, you bringing me in and allowing me to write for you. I'm trying to pay it forward and help her with her endeavors. And it's also going to bring me back to doing more things for Rock Music Star if you have me.
Oh, absolutely. We really missed you. So, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers of Rock Music Star have missed you as well. That's great to hear, John. I'm really looking forward to
I hope my name's still up in the locker room, Tom.
Oh, it definitely is. It's still there, and it has a lot of junk in it that you have to clean out. But
right. Do I have to dust off my jersey? Do I have to?
I wasn't going to clean it out. I was hoping that this day would come back. And I know that you've been like extremely busy the last couple of years. So I totally understand. I could understand, but it's going to be great working with you again as far as Rock Music Star goes. And again, thank you very much for everything you've done over the years. And thank you for what you've contributed to the local charities here in Western New York. I mean, we really appreciate it as a community. And thanks for being in a kick-ass KISS tribute band. And there it is. That's what people can buy.
Buffalo Rock City Alive.
And Music is Art on September 10th. You're gonna want to make sure you give $5. That's crazy. I would donate like more money if I go down there, because
well, then buy two of them, Tom.
I'll buy them all.
Buy them all.
But yeah, that's going to be a great show. So John, thank you again, and we'll definitely see you on September 10th. And you have yourself a great day, and thanks for tolerating my scratchy voice and my like very ill-looking appearance.
Tom, I would do anything for you, my friend. So
right,
you rest up, get feeling better, and we hope to see you soon.
All right. Well, thank you very much, John. Take care.
Rock on.